You're listening to another episode of Mr. Allard's Neighborhood. This is the place where you're entitled to Brad's opinion. And now for your host, Brad Allard.
Well, hello, everybody. Today we're going to learn about how to get fit, not throw a fit. So you tuned in the right place, I hope. I'm going to let the two ladies introduce themselves because I know I'll get their names backwards. So we have the new owners of CrossFit Burleson. So introduce yourselves, ladies.
Thank you, Brad. My name is Alexis Curtis. I go by Lex. I'm happy to be here today.
My name is Bailey from Fort Worth, but very happy to be here.
Well, it's a good to see y'all here. I did not know that Daniel had told y'all this until he called me about 2.5 weeks ago, I guess. And so we're going to talk about all the things that have changed or have not changed, because I'm sure there's a lot of carryover from these old programs. But we're going to talk about all the various things that y'all offer and where it is and what it is and all this. And, it's pretty obvious that y'all been doing this for a little while. I mean, y'all look particularly fit, so good, so that's a good thing, I always thought, you see these coaches or, health lifestyle coaches and like 40 pounds overweight, and I'm thinking, that's not a good sign, So, or it's like the old PE coach, it's like, hey, okay, you telling me to run around the block a few times? Why don't you join us here? But anyway, but it was good. It's nice to have y'all here. And how long have you had the business now?
So we have had the business a whole 1 month.
1 month.
1 month, yeah. So, it's been a fast-moving 1 month. We hit the ground running, that's for sure.
No doubt that's true. I mean, running a business, I'm sure, is a very educational experience, isn't it?
Yes.
Even in my small little world here at the podcast, I'm like, well, that's something I didn't know before. But now you're finding out all these various things. But I'm going to go over the sponsors first. Usually CrossFit is first. And I usually say, thank you, Daniel. But now I don't have to say that anymore. So, dadgummit, I'm trying to get the various... share these various pages, and it's always an issue with Facebook here. I don't think they like me very much, but anyway, one more. There, come on, where are you? Y'all can share this if y'all have a podcast or a Facebook page or whatever it is as well, so you can get it out as many people as you want. I'm still trying to find one of them. I'll just do it later. Anyway, CrossFit Burleson, obviously we'll be talking about that quite a bit, and we have their website up, and if your friend can get the video to us in time, we'll try to get that up and going. So we'll save that for the rest of the show. So let's move on to the others. They got Shandy over at the Shandy Stocksville group. She's helping my daughter sell her house, and it's been very interesting to see one of your your sponsors actually in action. And she does a great job. So if you're looking to move in and around this area, y'all live in this area?
Yeah, very close, actually.
So you said you're from Fort Worth, right, Bailey? And Lex, you're from San Diego. Yeah. So you got out of the communist state of California here to God's country. And is it really that different?
I kind of make the comparison that San Diego is similar to Fort Worth, okay? And then your LA is kind of your Dallas vibe.
Yeah.
So that's a comparison I'd make there.
That's a good one, yeah.
We're a little more on the conservative side. But yeah, it's a great place. Beautiful weather year round.
Yeah. Well, that's what my parents have been there, and they said the same thing, but I don't know. It sounds expensive over there. But anyway, particularly a little bit, yeah. Also, we have our place. Have you ever been in our place? I don't know, because it's a place that maybe you go to CrossFit after you go to our place, to work off the chicken fried steak or the waffles, pancakes, whatever.
Yeah, we've been a couple times. We actually go after our workout, burn all the calories and then
carb back up.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you ever met Otto, he's a great guy. He really does a lot of stuff for the community, and it's a great place. It's a good place to do business if you're like want to meet somebody for business. That's where I meet people because service is great. It's a good atmosphere. It's relatively quiet, even if it's crowded, and so it's a good place to do things. All right. Also, and there's another place that you might want to go, and it's the Wild Cigar and Culture over on the Standard. Y'all know anybody who smokes cigars, or maybe y'all yourself? I've had a couple of lady guests that said, "Yeah, I smoke cigars. What are you trying to say here?" And so
We've never been there.
Never been there.
Well, yeah, you have to go. There's a good place. Even if you like a cigar or your friends do, or whatever, great. But it also has a really nice bar, and it's a place you can actually think, because it's not blasting you away. It may have the ball game on the TV, but it's usually on mute, and And so it really is a nice place. And people say, well, is a cigar lounge like dim and smoky? Not at all. I mean, it has the aroma, but it doesn't have all the clouds of smoke or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's over on the Standard. It's right near Doughboy Donuts, which I feel bad about mentioning all these high calorie, high fat operations in front of two fitness trainers, but whatever.
That's all right.
Life's about balance.
All right,
Yeah,
you
balance.
actually indulge every now and then. I
Yeah,
hope. Okay,
for sure.
No, good for y'all. It's like,
For
oh no,
sure.
oh no, I'm on the this such and such a training regimen. I can't have any carbs. But anyway, so thank you, Chris. Also, Tiffany Nico. This is somebody that if you haven't advertised with her, you might want to consider it. It's a monthly advertising magazine. There's over 30,000 homes in this area, Joshua Crowley, Burleson, and she does great work. Tiffany Nico does really good work, and she's also sponsoring that party in the pavilion on July 4th at the Standard over on Hidden Creek, and she does really, really good stuff, does great ads and whatever else, and it's such direct marketing. Plus, I've seen in a lot of businesses around town, they'll have extra copies, like at our place, they'll have some. I've seen them on coffee tables at mechanics and stuff like that. So Local Life is a good place if you consider about advertising. I'd like to think Mr. Allard's Neighborhood is the best place to advertise, but I think Tiffany got me on that one. All right, but Southern Gem, also jewelry on this right now on the 3rd floor, soon to be on the 1st floor at the Windmiller Building over at the Standard. Have y'all ever been in here by any chance?
I have not.
I haven't either.
Are y'all jewelry fans? I mean,
To an extent.
Yeah, to an
an
extent. Yeah. But it's a great place to look for all sorts of jewelry or repairs. If you get some heirloom that needs some working on or whatnot, she does a lot of work. Plus, my wife works here. And so,
Cool.
yeah. But until she says, "Oh, look at this that only you get on discount,"
I was gonna say, does she bring in a lot of jewelry after time?
Well,
I need
I get a
this.
lot of texts with pictures and like, holy Toledo, we got to pay the bills. But anyway, Southern Gem is a great place, and they'll be on their bottom floor, much expanded soon. Now, poor Gayla, she's trying to get that together. Also, All Pro Roofing, John Williams, 817-734-2756. You want to make sure your roof is in shape. That Burleson bubble we talk about here, but the weather seems it either always goes north or south. Sooner or later, we're going to get hit. So you need to make sure your roof is in shape. So call John, 817-734-2756. And Melissa Harmon will also tell you the same thing as a Texas Farm Bureau agent, 682-804-0534. She's helped our family. She can help yours, save a little money, increase your insurance. So thank you, Melissa. Also, if you do have some sort of catastrophe in your home, Lisa and Morris Smith will help you with stop restoration, fire, water. They were on the show about 2 weeks ago, and they said one of their bigger calls is for fire, but they also get it for unattended death. I'm thinking, holy cow, that must have been quite the call. But it is a biohazard, and they'll take care of all those things. But it's like, wow, I never even thought about that. Usually, this always, if your hot water heater leaks or you get rain damage or fire damage, they can handle all of that. But anyway, also we're going to help out this new outfit here, Burleson Buzz. This is a blog that's come out. You got to talk to this guy. His name's Cody O'Brien, and another young man named Ashton Nix. They're putting out like a weekly newsletter of Burleson. Like news, not just advertising, but also what's going on, at the city council, at the school board, whatever else. And so the latest issue came out last night, so to speak. It's on Substack and on Facebook. So check it out and see what they got to say and see if you like it or not. All right, let's talk to y'all. I got through all that. Now, y'all are going to answer as you wish. What is your background in training for CrossFit?
So I didn't even start CrossFit until a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, I played volleyball, soccer, ran track, and then I went into the Navy. So 4 years in the military. Once I got out, I kind of stopped doing a lot of things, which wasn't great. But then we moved into Crowley and then found CrossFit Burleson, and it became very just, this is where we were meant to be. The community, the actual fitness aspect. And then after about a year and a half of that, I met my bodybuilding coach at the VA. And so that's when I got really into my own personal realm of fitness, because I love CrossFit, but I kind of do now a mix of both, a little bit of bodybuilding, a little bit of CrossFit. So did my first bodybuilding competition this past December, and then have
As a
kind of
coach
just
or a participant?
participant.
Okay.
Yeah. So then just kind of hit the ground running. And then when the opportunity came up, we absolutely loved CrossFit. So we definitely jumped at it.
Okay, and you have some experience in this
Yeah,
also.
yeah, and I was gonna say getting into that bodybuilding world is something we can dive into more. We are a CrossFit gym, but we do want to incorporate all types of fitness. But yeah, so my background, super athletic dad and mom growing up. My mom has been in the health and fitness industry for 40 plus years. Not to age her, sorry, mom, but grew up in the gym setting. Traditional gym setting with your bodybuilding equipment. And then I played Division I softball at the University of Buffalo, and that gym setting was a little bit different. Explosive movements, some CrossFit movements now looking back. And so I've always just been in love with the gym. And
So you went from San Diego to Buffalo?
I did. I know. San Diego to
Wow.
Buffalo, Buffalo to Texas. Found my home here. But from there, we, in the midst of a pandemic, discovered CrossFit Burleson. We binged watched those CrossFit movies.
On
got
Netflix.
Got really fired up. So we jumped right in. And from there, was a participant for about 2 years and then wanted to learn more just about the sport in general. So I decided to get my level 1 CrossFit trainer certification. So I've been coaching for about a year.
There is a certification process. It isn't like I can walk in and be your coach. I mean, you have to go through what is that like? I mean, what do you do? Is it online? Is it in a place or what?
It was, it's dual now, but I prefer the in-person one. It's 2 full days. It's about 8 to 5 course that goes over all the basic movements, goes over the CrossFit principles, goes over nutrition. It's just a crash course on CrossFit. And as a participant, it really opened my eyes to what CrossFit is. It's not just going in there and moving weights. It's why we're moving the weights and the most efficient way to move the weights.
That's what I always thought about CrossFit. When I first heard about it, I thought it was just maybe a different kind of workout, but it basically was like, not a Planet Fitness kind of thing, certainly, because that's kind of what's a good way of putting it? Bougie, is that the word y'all use? But Planet Fitness is not as for the serious workout like y'all, but I didn't know if it was like a distinct form of working out, and I've been educated on that since. Okay, so, how many coaches work for y'all?
Yeah, great question. There are currently 6 coaches. I'm still a coach. And every class is instructor led. So we have a pretty tight formula in the way a class is ran. You come on in, it's a great environment. Everyone's chatty. We go through a warm up, again, instructor led. They're walking you through every movement, whether you know how to do it to full capability or not. There's ways to scale it and work around any fitness level. After that warm up, we usually have a strength section or a skill section. This is where we'll hammer the back squat or, maybe work on pull-ups or whatever it is for the program. And then we'll get into what's called the Metcon. And that is your workout for the day. That can range from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. Again, instructor led. And, we're walking you through every step of the way.
All the movements. And there's so many different modifications for certain movements too. So even if someone is like, oh, well, I've never Olympic lifted before, you start with a PVC pipe and then we're just learning the actual movements, without weight to get an idea of it before actually putting weight on the bar.
Well, my son and his significant other, if you will, they were into weightlifting. My son was in his graduate year on the A&M weightlifting team. And so I remember going down there for a tournament. It was like a collegiate tournament. And there's like 15 colleges, mostly SEC schools. And they take this pretty seriously. I can tell you that right now. But I guess what y'all are trying to do also is trying to take away that intimidation factor by CrossFit. Because, for some of us like my age, you think CrossFit, man, I'm not training for the Olympics. I mean, and are most people when they training, are they doing it for health reasons or they got other things in mind like competitions or whatever else?
A little bit of both, actually. I think that we have a very big realm of so many different range of people. We have some people that are in there because they want to compete in CrossFit competitions. And we have some people in here who are like, I just need to move. I just want to stay healthy. I just want to be able to pick my kids up, play with them outside and those kind of things, because all of the movements that are done also are very just normal day-to-day things. And so I think strengthening in so many different ways is good just because you never know what you're going to need to do.
Yeah, you think about a deadlift, that's you do that every day. You bend down, you pick something up. You think about a power clean, you do that every day too. You pick something up and you lift up, a box to put on a shelf. It's functional movements, it's at a high intensity though. And so there's different programs for kids, teens.
I was going to ask you that because not everybody obviously is going to be at the same stage of development, even if they do take care of themselves. So you do have programs that are age specific.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And we have what's called a master's program. So it's, people in their...
And usually it's a different movement or a different weight. So instead of having, where we have a guy who's doing heavy competitions, he's in there all the time, whereas he's using a 70-pound dumbbell. Okay, this dumbbell for you is going to be 35 pounds or 50 pounds. So it's just kind of to scaling on the person, where they're at, where they want to be, so many different kind of factors.
And that's why it's so important to really get to know the individual too, because it's not a one workout fit all. It's it's customized in a way, following,
these coaches get their own clients? Or do they come through y'all?
They usually come through us. Okay. So it's usually in the gym. We do have some coaches that will do personal training, but for the most part, it's all class-based.
Okay. I was just thinking, is this a situation similar to like a salon where they, you have a space that you rent or whatever else? Is it, the coaches are they free agents or whatnot, but they work for y'all? So and I like that better, frankly, because there's a level of accountability there. I think for a lot of people my age, I'm 61 and will be a couple of weeks, is that they think of some of these gyms, they think of like Gold Gym, and they remember watching Schwarzenegger and, and all these guys, and really it's not like that at all at CrossFit. It's a different kind of environment entirely. But it is a different type of workout, and I've come to appreciate that, and I really like that part. Now, you have classes, I saw, early in the morning, is that right? And late at night?
Early in the morning, 5:30, 6:30, and let me tell you, those people are the most dedicated.
They'd have to be.
They have no other time throughout the day to work out, and so 5:30 is their time, and they show up and show out every day. But, I don't know how they get their body moving at that time. It's hard to even coach at that time sometimes, but they are remarkable.
Well, you're not working out with them, are you?
No, but I do, have to demonstrate the movements, and I just tell them to bear with me. But we all, every class is different. Every class has its own personality, So 5:30, 6:30, we're moving a little slower. We're taking our time, 8:30, 9:30, you've slept in, they're ready to go. 4:30, we're all energetic after work. We're, rah, let's go. And so every class has its own personality. It's really cool to see throughout the day kind of how every class
it's different, in a way.
No, but y'all live in Burleson, don't you?
We actually live a mile down the road.
Oh, in Crowley. Right we're okay, but it's close enough. You probably have Crowley clients, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do this again, which I'd like to do again. You'll know where to find us.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's for me, and I'm thinking about it's intimidating a little bit because you go in there and you see these guys are all buffed up, and and these young ladies are throwing 150 pounds around, and like and like, good grief, am I in the right place or not? But you probably have a lot of guys like me that walk in and say, I just want to build up, what I have left, and then. And whatever else. Do you have like those big tires that you throw around in the back? And
we do have one big tire. Yeah. We don't use it all the time.
I will say, it isn't intimidating. Walking through the door is the hardest part, right? And that was even for us too. We're like, okay,
I was intimidated at first.
Here we go. But I would say the most of our members, there's only a very small percentage who are looking to compete. It's a very welcoming environment, and that's something we definitely strive to put in place. Is everybody is welcome. Just walk through the doors. You're gonna find, your people. You're gonna find your safe place.
Now you're doing the bodybuilding, right, Bailey?
Yes.
How long?
Oh, actually, I started working with my coach, about 2 years ago? Yeah. And so it took me about a little over a year until I did my first competition. And so now I'm on kind of a new stage of gaining, which is fun. It's different. So I'm still even learning something new every day.
Gaining, what do you mean?
Just trying to put on more muscle.
Okay.
Get a little bit more muscular.
Well, we talked about this prior to the show. One of my former students, Brittany Parrish, is a professional. I mean, she is in competitions, and it looks like you have to be pretty dedicated to get to that point where you're competing. I mean, this isn't something that somebody will do just as on the weekend, certainly. No. But you also train bodybuilders, right?
I have not actually started training bodybuilders.
Okay.
I would love to get my certifications, so that is definitely something next down my pipeline, and I am excited for that. I want to start doing nutrition. I do want to start doing personal training because I've learned so much from my coach, and so it's definitely inspired me in a different way, just even aside from CrossFit. But when it comes to meal planning and just the dedication and the mental side of it, it is a lot that goes into it. And that's something that I've become really passionate and dedicated to. So I definitely want to even be able to offer those kind of things too.
Do y'all have a nutritionist on staff?
We do. Tiffany, she's awesome. She's our main nutritionist.
Is she a Burleson person?
She is.
I
yes.
always call her Mrs. Burleson.
We do. We call her Miss Burleson.
She knows this person. She knows that person.
What's her last name?
Cloud.
Tiffany Cloud.
Wow, that sounds familiar, but I may,
She's great.
Well, yeah, and that's what you need. Somebody like that is going to be connected to the community and whatnot.
She's our right hand woman.
Yeah,
sure. She
does
there.
a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because that's another thing. Because even if you're going to go through this workout, if you're still eating Cheetos and ice cream every day, it's kind of negating the benefit of the workout, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So a lot of people probably are using CrossFit for like weight loss and or weight management, if nothing else, and that kind of thing. And I just, it cracks me up because you go to Planet Fitness and they have pizza there, and like, well, okay,
I know they'll do donuts there sometimes. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. My son has a great deal of scorn for Planet Fitness. The gym he works out in Oklahoma City is probably very close to y'all's. It's a for serious people, not there to horse
like
around.
Functional fitness.
Yes. So he's not he's not there to pose in the mirror and that kind of stuff. He's diabetic, as am I, but different type. And so he works really hard to keep his health. And I bet you probably have people like that too. Is means of diabetes control or sugar control or whatever else, cholesterol control, whatever else. And do y'all have nutritional supplements there available? Or if you don't, or do you plan to?
So we don't currently, but we do plan to. That's kind of, we have a long laundry list of kind of our to-dos and wants. And that's definitely something, because we want to be that well-rounded, full-blown gym where we're not just offering, hey, here's a class time. We're offering that one-to-one coaching. We're offering that nutrition. We're offering the supplements to back that nutrition. And so, it's very important, just the most basic understanding of it too.
Well, you talk about a store like GNC. Do y'all support that kind of store, or are they kind of just taking advantage of our naivete on terms of nutrition?
I kind of think that to an extent because if I go into GNC, there's literally maybe one or two things that I would actually need there. So I'm sure everybody, everybody's different. Every person is different. People, I think doing your own research is very good too, because something that's good for her may not be great for me.
And we've figured that out.
We have figured that out.
Everybody is different, and it's a lot deeper than walking into a GNC and letting somebody outwardly say, "Hey, you probably could use this."
Or
how
this,
do you
or
know?
this.
What type of fitness are you doing? How do you know what I need?
I wouldn't have no idea. I've been in GNC with my son, and he gets this whey or whatever. I don't know what he uses it for, but then man, I walk in, I wouldn't have any idea because you have all these big bottles.
There's so many different ones.
Huge buckets of pills or whatever. And I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with all this? But I guess y'all would know and probably be dealing with not just reputable dealers, but why not? And is that a problem? No, I hate to bring it up, but is that a problem that some people cut corners?
It is, absolutely. And, just like all protein is not treated the same. There's different types of proteins that are, more fast acting, made for, right after workout, made for before. So, and I don't think that goes into enough explanation. But there's supplement companies popping up left and right, Maybe they have the exact same ingredients as someone else with a different label or, I don't know, but they're all around. And so really doing your research and looking for a reputable, just like you would do anything, you want a reputable mechanic, you want a reputable roofer, you're the same thing with your supplements. It's going in your body.
Yeah. But and all that online opportunity, and somebody like myself who have no idea if I'm putting actual just junk, placebos in my body or actual poisons, who knows?
Yeah.
So it just, that's why if you're out there, listen to my vast listening audience, talk to these ladies before you jump into anything like that, because, they'll be able to tell you what kind of nutrients and what kind of nutrition program you need, and it'll steer you away from junk, basically it is bodybuilding candy or whatever it is. It doesn't do any good. you know.
Yeah,
even
and getting,
go ahead.
I was saying, and getting into why you're taking what you're taking.
Yes.
You know, we're not just saying take protein, take magnesium, but here's why you need to take it. And again, it all goes back to just knowing the individual, you know, knowing their
Everyone's
workouts,
different.
knowing their body type, knowing, you know, how they eat, knowing their day to day, and really basing, you know, the supplemental advice from that.
And I think even to piggyback on that, vitamins is such a huge thing too, because I don't think that people even realize the amount of vitamins you are or are not getting from something. And how you even, Lex said, magnesium. Magnesium's a huge thing. Magnesium, vitamin D, like so many things that actually help your body recover also. So you're doing this hard work, your nutrition's on, but also are you making sure that your body's recovering with vitamins and rest? So there is a lot that goes into it. And so I think it's even great just on an education side, because all of us have so many different educational backgrounds when it comes to these things, that it's really just getting the full rounded best possible outcome for you individually.
Well, I was reading in the papers, or online, but I'm still old enough to call them papers, about multivitamins being, you know, the new thing to help prevent Alzheimer's and things like that. What kind of vitamins do y'all recommend?
I am so on. I love an L-carnitine. I know it sounds crazy. Even my doctor from the VA, it's just
Don't know that one. Is that something you
it's
find at
a
HEB?
morning one. Well, I actually get mine on Amazon.
Okay.
But it's like an all natural. And so it's almost like on the line of a turmeric or a zinc, you know, something like that, just all natural, helps focus. It helps energy. I think magnesium's a big one because it helps gut support, bone density. It helps just, again, recovery. The amount of protein that you intake usually depends on your body weight. You should be intaking about the same amount of grams in protein as you are in body weight. Even a vitamin D, B12s, like there's so many different things that actually help your body recover.
Yeah, my wife's got me on vitamin D, and that's great and it's wonderful. I don't know what it's doing for me or why, but she says take these, and I'm okay. One of the things that as I get older, focus seems to be something I need to work on better. Because used to I could really dial in on something, and you know, Armageddon could be going on, I wouldn't notice, and now it's a lot different. What would y'all suggest for focus related issues?
As far as like supplement wise or just nutrition wise?
Well, supplement first, because if you're going to tell me nutrition, you say you can't have pizza, then I'm just going to lack focus for a while.
The L-carnitine.
L-carnitine's great.
L-carnitine. You have to
The
write that down for me.
L-carnitine.
L-tac carnitine.
Okay.
And I even had my stepdad taking it, and he, after 2 weeks, he was like, "You're right, this stuff's awesome." I'm like, "I know, it's great."
Well, I got to get something like that because, like I said, as you get older, there's certain things. You know, my parents are at a certain age, and they, you know, they have to take all sorts of things, and it's. I'm heading there, but that's fine. You want to take a look at your website? We have it loaded up.
Yeah.
But you'll see it on the screen over here. So it'll pop up there first, and then there you go. Okay, so here you are. This is your new. Did y'all redo this, or is this from Daniel?
We did. Yeah, we work with another one of our right-hand women, Kelly. Kelly Nichols. She is our marketing and our social media guru. So she went in there. She
this one right here. I mean, this young lady's putting some serious weight.
Baby, she's awesome.
She has a gymnast background. She's incredible.
Yeah. Her gymnastics are very good. Very heavy lifter too. She's awesome.
Okay, hang on, and it's Taylor. It's hit the click on. No. I just want to get the. Well, let's go to the. You want to talk about the pricing, or you want to do that later?
Yeah, we can talk about pricing.
All right, because if you'd hit that link, if you would.
Yeah, so that link's actually it's gonna get you to send some information to us.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
We'll talk about it here.
Okay.
So our monthly pricing is $145 a month. Now that includes unlimited classes. That includes access to coaches. That includes access to all the equipment.
Open gym times.
Open gym times. We just got a bunch of.
What are your times of operation?
Yeah, great question. So our class times are 5:30, 6:30 a.m. 5:30 to 6:30, 6:30 to 7:30. We have an open gym hour from 7:30 to 8:30, and then we have another class from 8:30 to 9:30. And then 9:30 to 10:30. One of our kind of laundry lists to do is we're looking to incorporate open gym from 11 to 1 to kind of get that lunch crowd, people who want to sleep in maybe a little longer than that 8:30, 9:30. So that's in the works right now. So be on the lookout for 11 to 1 open gym. And then we have 4:30 p.m. class and a 5:30 p.m. class.
Are y'all open 24 hours?
We are not. We are not
Okay.
open 24
Okay.
hours. Again, something we've considered, kind of weighing the pros and cons there. But those classes operate Monday through Friday. Now, Saturday, 9:30 a.m., we do have a community workout. So anybody can come. You can bring a friend, member or not. You are welcome. And then Sunday, we have a morning open gym, 7:30 to 9. And again, we are looking to expand that open gym just for a more midday Sunday. You know, not everyone on their Sunday wants to get up at, the crack of dawn.
Yeah. No, and that getting up early thing, I've always wondered, people who like getting up early have to wonder about their stability, but whatever. But Ted, if you don't mind scrolling down, let's see what other stuff they got here. Just thank you. There's the photos. Now y'all are right behind that strip mall with Stone City Soup
Yes.
and all that.
Smoothie
right?
King.
Smoothie
yeah,
King,
right
yeah.
behind there.
Yeah, so because a lot of these gyms I noticed they're not really the ones like y'all. They know what people know where to go. You're not like right there on the corner.
Yeah.
You're not like one of the LA Fitness or whatever with all this
No.
razzmatazz. Like this is for the people that.
It's a warehouse. We call them a box.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
boxes.
And that's kind of how, CrossFits are operated. It's in the back corner of a industrial area,
Industrial
in a
buildings.
Well, I'm
tin can
impressed with this
box.
young lady, though. Really, honestly, I mean, that looks like a couple 100 pounds she's about to throw over her head. And
Yeah, she probably is about to actually
Yeah.
throw that over her head there, just prepping for that. And
all right. Do we have
Yeah.
any more? Do you have a clip on this or anything? A video clip by any chance?
that's something
We
you can
don't.
click
We
the arrows
should.
down there. The bottom left, there should be some more pictures.
Yeah.
There,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's one of our coaches on the left, Coach Bill over there. This was actually
is
these
the
pictures
open.
were taken on the open. So there's a CrossFit season. So right now we're about to enter the CrossFit Games, which you see on TV. But the open, it starts in February, and this is open to everybody. And so every Friday for 3 weeks, we have Friday Night Lights. We get the whole gym out there. We do the workout that's set by CrossFit Games. And it's a really cool, fun
cool.
experience.
Now,
It's
I've
energetic.
seen that on ESPN. I mean, that's going to be pretty
Yeah.
serious. Like, I'd rather watch baseball, but they've got ESPN. But there it is. Anything below, Taylor? All right, it says first time about how you can get your book and consultation. You can talk about.
You want to go up, just scroll up. We can look at programs. It's
programs, okay.
to the right.
And there you go.
There you go. And we have our coaches listed as well. So you can see we have CrossFit Kids.
Yep.
We have an on-ramp program, and this is just for, those people who have not much experience doing CrossFit or, they
Even
need.
if you're new into athletics in general and you're like, I just need to be shown how to do these movements correctly. That's kind of.
And you got a nutrition link there.
Nutrition link. CrossFit is just going to be our classes, some Olympic lifting classes. Shady, actually, they're the one, that's about to throw up the weight over her head.
Yeah.
She is awesome. She's great at gymnastics. And so we're looking to incorporate more gymnastics classes. And
Really, and because there's actually a need for that because a lot of times the gymnastics in our area end after like fourth grade.
Yeah.
And either you're going to go into competitive cheerleading or something like that, or you're done. So there would be a place for continuing that kind of tumbling acrobatics, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
For sure.
A&T, I guess, is what they call it. But there really will be something for that. Y'all looking to expand your location anytime soon?
Great question. So we're currently in a lease, but when that lease is up, doors are open.
Yeah, but you got to move all that equipment. That's going to take a lot.
That's what CrossFitters are for.
Yeah.
One Saturday, hey, actually, we're not doing a workout today. We're moving everything.
Yeah.
Well, are you looking for a more, shall we say, prominent location, or are you looking for?
I would say our location is
We do love the
great
location.
location
in
right on
Burleson.
Wilshire, right there.
Right.
Kind of tucked away. Honestly, maybe somewhere in the same area. We like
Yeah.
the space.
Yeah, we wouldn't be mad at it.
Of course, we would like maybe a little bigger space down the road when we've grown, and have some more bodybuilding equipment, some more functional fitness areas. But no, so far so good.
Well, yeah. Remember, Daniel told me he bought this place because the previous owner, I think, was going to shut it down, and he bought it because he wanted to have a place to work out and for he and his family. And now that y'all got it, it's good to see you got some ambitions to grow it larger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, tons of
Maybe
ambitions to grow larger.
you maybe see yourself like franchising out like 3 or 4 locations and things of that nature.
Yeah, I mean
I wouldn't be
that's
mad at
crossed
that
my
idea,
mind
yeah.
too. I think we definitely want to get things streamlined here. We want to grow, grow. We want to just welcome all and kind of just see where that takes us. But we want everyone to experience it
We do.
selfishly.
We love the community.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say is that from what I've seen, it really is a community. I mean, there's a lot of relationships built
much.
there and maintained there. You know.
Our best friends. I mean, we
Yeah,
met
they
all
are.
of our best friends through CrossFit, and it is community based. I mean, we have community events. We just did one on Memorial Day for the Murph workout.
Yeah,
and,
that was good.
You know, Planet Fitness or one of those bodybuilding gyms. You go in, you put your headphones on, you look down, you
do
say,
your
"Don't
workout
bother
and you
me." And
leave.
that's great if that's the hour of day that you're looking for. But for most, it's the hour of day where maybe they talk to adults if they're teachers, or maybe they're chit chatting with their friends and getting a workout along with it. So it's the community. It's
Telling me
huge.
y'all don't have like 15 treadmills with all the TVs going on?
No, nowhere.
You know,
We don't have one treadmill.
nothing like that at all. No mirrors either, I hope.
No
because,
mirrors.
No
because
mirrors.
You don't want people like, flexing and
You'll catch somebody every once in a while. but no, yeah,
checking the
it's not that-
workout.
It's not that type of gym,
Yeah.
You leave the ego out the door. I think that might have been someone's catchphrase. I don't mean to coin that, but you really do. You walk in.
That'd be a good motto. I mean, a good thing to say.
Yeah. One of our clients the other day actually told me, and it made me feel really good. She had said, I think it's great coming in here because it doesn't matter if your PR is 400 pounds or 40 pounds, we're celebrating everybody. And I think there's nothing more true than that because everyone is coming in at such different athletic levels and it doesn't matter. So you went from 20 pounds to 25 pounds. Like, that's awesome. There's small wins everywhere, whether it be you are on a 12-inch box to a 24-inch box. Like, that's awesome. So it doesn't matter what level. Everyone's just celebrated because I think we genuinely just really like each other.
Well, it's a nice place. So it's a family almost, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
Yeah, very much
y'all
so.
socialize outside of it and that kind of stuff.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah.
We
And
do.
you make sure that y'all not eating something you shouldn't be. Whatever.
Hey, that's accountability
We
part
have a
of it
couple
too.
of the police out there where we're like, hey, well, yeah, one of our good friends especially, he's like, what would your coach say? Are you supposed to be doing that? I'm like, shh,
Yeah,
everything's fine.
Wait, that's true. I'm sure you do have a lot of firefighters and police.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. And we do offer first responder, active duty reservist, and military veteran discount as well. So we are very welcoming. I mean, of course, of everybody, but, especially those professions. Absolutely.
Well, y'all sound like you got it well planned out in advance. I mean, it's going to take a little time probably, but it looks like you got the plan to make this work and make it work bigger, expand and become, maybe not just one for Burleson, but for the region.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that'd be a good idea. You get a lot of out of towners. I mean, because not every town has a CrossFit gym.
Yeah. So
We do.
I would say our main clientele is that Burleson, Crowley, Joshua, Cleburne area, even Alvarado actually too, because I don't really think that they have an option out there. But we get what's called drop-ins. It's people in town for the holidays. They come in, they check out the box, they drop in for a class. They just pay a $20 fee, drop in, and so drop-ins are awesome because it's usually experienced CrossFitters. They're coming in there looking to get their workout in on vacation, and you meet people from all walks of life. And when we go on vacation as well, we
do the same
kind of make
thing.
it a point to, hey, we're in Destin. Let's go drop into
Destin.
CrossFit
I have some
Destin.
friends that go there every summer and they just love it.
Yeah.
But my son does the same thing. When he comes to visit us, he lives in Oklahoma City. He comes to visit us. He'll go to a local gym. Maybe I'll send him to y'all's way now.
Yeah, come on.
Okay,
Check it out.
You'd be impressed. I mean, he really does take it seriously, and he can throw some weight around. That's for sure. And his girlfriend, partner, whatever you want to call her, I mean, they've been together about 6-7 years. She was a competitive weightlifter also, and so we went to 2 or 3 of
so
those
cool.
meets, and those meets are something. And they were a lot different than the one that I saw at A&M. These were,
These like powerlifting too.
yes, and it would just be on all the merchandise and all the, and it was also like they all knew each other. We just had the honey tour here in Burleson, and the bike riders are the same way. They all know each other, and they all travel. Like I compared them to like Grateful Dead fans that would just travel around with them. Is that what CrossFit's like?
Kind of. It's kind of a small community. I mean,
Especially for the CrossFit competitions, you know, there's certain gyms that will put on comps, and then you just see people from all different areas of CrossFit. Some people travel across the nation to go to different CrossFit competitions. So it's cool because you do meet a lot of other people and you make friends that way also. And then it's like, oh, well, I want to come check out your gym and I want to check out your gym. And so it is cool to have
And then you see the people that
community
are
bigger.
at every competition. you
Yes,
know,
yeah.
and you-
Well, we're getting close on time here, so I always let the guests have the last word. I'd like for you to tell the people that are accessing the show now and will be accessing later, which is usually the majority of people. They usually do it at their convenience. What you would want them to know about CrossFit and about CrossFit Burleson in particular. So who goes first?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many
Okay.
things. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Well, y'all, there's no clock.
Yeah, I
ticking,
know.
but-
My God. Let's see. Well, I will say we've definitely made some changes in CrossFit, whether it's just kind of moving some things around. My coach, he's really good friends with Ronnie Coleman. I don't know if you know who he is.
I do. I know. Even now, I know who he is.
Okay, 8-time Mr. Olympia. Awesome. So we actually just got a bunch of his equipment from his home gym, and that's kind of where we've opened up some bodybuilding side, but just different muscle isolation stuff. But yeah, we've got some equipment. We're trying to make some changes to where we just have more people come in because we do love the experience. We want everyone to have the same experience we did, whether it be on the fitness side or the actual friendship side. You know, we love having everybody there and we just sweat together. We work out together. We're there for hard times, good times, and everything in between. So
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
important.
I would just say we're more than just a gym, and it's more than about just the fitness. It's I can't stress enough how community oriented we are, how much we just love each other and love the experience. That's exactly what it is. You know, you walk into a traditional gym, your experience is you lifting the body part for the day, doing biceps, doing triceps. You come into CrossFit Burleson, of course you're going to do the workout, but you're doing it with all of your friends. You're meeting new people, all aspects and all walks of life. I can't even tell you how many people I've met that I'm like, wow, you do this, you do that. And it's fun to die in a workout together. You know, it's fun to lay on the floor after and just look around and
You're like, that was
no matter.
horrible, but it was
I hope
awesome.
y'all are both, I assume, experts at CPR.
Yes.
certified.
We're all
certified.
CPR certified.
If I were there, you definitely need to be standing right there.
You'd be fine. You'd be fine.
I don't know. It's been a while. I used to work out a little bit back in the day, but that was back in the day, you know. So, you know, as you get older and you get all these other things in the way, you know, but I guess if it's important enough, you'll make time for it.
Exactly. And there's always a reason to not come in, just like there's always a reason to not do something, you know, but just take the leap, walk through the doors, give us a call, shoot us a message. I mean, we really, truly want to help anybody and everybody.
Well, I would check out the webpage, absolutely, because
sure.
to check out what's good for y'all. I'm talking to the vast listening audience here, but it's good for y'all particularly, and you know what your price ranges are, and you know what the obligations are. I mean, if you're going to take on this kind of commitment, there are to me, it's an obligation to show up and do it. You know, so in the time commitment and whatever else, and also you know the times that you're open and the classes that are right for you. And things of nature. So, guys, if you're out there and you're looking to change your workout regimen or start one, these two ladies can make it happen for you. And I'm really glad that y'all are shall we say, aggressive in your expansion ideas.
Yeah.
Because, you know, this community could use it. You know, we could use
Yeah.
all these things. I'm really glad that y'all have these dreams and plans. And I'm quite sure they're going to happen. Maybe not tomorrow,
Big plane.
but you got to take your time. Y'all are young enough. Y'all
I'd
can
like them
wait.
to happen. That's my learning process for this. Is it's you know, Rome wasn't built overnight. I want everything.
Yeah.
We want everything how we want it right now, but it's
We
you know, little
struggle
by
with that sometimes. We're like, we want to do this, this, and this, and this.
Yeah.
little by little,
But
but
yeah,
but
small
the
things.
goals and aspirations and
But y'all
are definitely there.
Y'all together are going to make it work.
Oh, for
We
sure.
are.
Yeah, you're going to make it work. I'm quite sure. Y'all been together for a while as partners of every kind, and so I think you're going to be just fine in this community, and you're going to do well. So
you.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
We definitely don't lack confidence, but it's always nice to hear it from, you know, an
Yeah,
outside.
but you're also going to have to learn. You'll learn things about running a business, I'm sure, and all these
Oh, yeah.
101 details you never thought of. But that's
Working
just
with
part of fun.
people, you know, that might be the
Or banks
sometimes the
and
most difficult thing is just
insurance.
the different personalities. Yeah, so like
The logistics
P&L,
side.
you know.
Well, congratulations on everything y'all are doing together, and we appreciate here in the community. This will be on Apple and Spotify about this time tomorrow, so you can share it. You're already we're Facebook friends now, right?
Yeah, yes, we are.
Okay.
Yep.
So you could link it, share it, send it to everybody you want. It's already on YouTube. And a lot of my older viewers and listeners prefer YouTube as opposed to Apple, but sometimes they drive around and listen to. Who knows? Thursday, got Jen Basham of Parks and Rec coming. We're going to talk about the big carnival we just had. And the next week, we have another fitness related. Do you know Jessica Valley Reams by any chance? She does fitabilitytx.com, or not .com, but that's her webpage. But it's a workout program for people with disabilities.
Oh, that's amazing.
And she just opened up a
That's
studio
awesome.
on East Renfro. We're going to be talking about that. I've had her on several times.
What a great niche. I mean, you don't see that often enough.
It used to be across the street, literally. It's right next to that bread and butter restaurant.
yeah.
And they moved to East Renfro with a new facility. And so Jessica does really, really good things.
That's very
I have to get in contact with her. I just got chills. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, you ought to. I mean, Jessica is very sharp and dedicated to this. So, maybe y'all could find ways to cross-pollinate, so to speak. Who knows? Well, who knows? Anyway, and so we'll see y'all next week, and hopefully Thursday as well. Thank y'all, ladies.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Sure.